Hello, hello, I am Darkness, and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn, where we are on the last mission quest. I think so. Now, before we get into it real quick, I'll just show you that it switched over to the main quest, the Face of Extinction, where they didn't want to, sugarcoat it or make it light for you. There's a weight to this. Aloy and her allies must defeat Hades' assault on the Spire, or the world will die. I know that's kind of the truth of the lore in this game, but that sounds like Final Fantasy kind of shit going on right there. Also, it gives you experience in the skill point, which makes me think that there is a New Game Plus version to this. I don't know yet, but I don't need that Bush League shit. Look at that. Level 50, all things unlocked. It ain't got nothing on me. I don't need that. But gonna go ahead and run into it. We gotta follow Hades. And if I looked like I was underwhelmed by Helis's death, it's kind of because I was. After all that build-up, like, maybe it's because I'm playing it on normal and I should have upped it the second I got this armor. But it was just, I don't know, too easy. Maybe even not that, it was just not, like, it was like, oh, he burst through the side of the building, he jumped down, okay, I'm gonna go face him, I killed him.
We'll draw them. Now you face their true sun, shadow demons.
But then they got killed. What if I do this? Can I help? Am I supposed to help? Are all these taken care of for me for a reason if in this, so I don't have to deal with them? But they're dying. Oh yeah. He's trying to take all that damage for me, that's funny. Yeah. We'll take care of them, they all die. See, that's why I didn't leave you guys.
Take the fight to the Spire end. Meridian will hold, or my marks of honor mean nothing.
Your marks of honor might mean nothing. That's what I was getting at. That's... Okay, so I guess the people that I helped, asked to help me will come, or I helped during the way, will come help me during this. I think that's what they're trying to get at. I guess I'll just keep running, even though his men just died. Wow, we're in the village. Yeah. They tore some shit up. It's the Garden of Restocking. Which is not this, I think I need to restock on.
Never know when I might need these.
I know exactly when I might need these. What are you talking about? Right now.
Curse. I will answer your challenge.
Yay, it is. People...
My strength is not yet spent. I earned it by ice and snow.
Are you fucking following me? Are you following me, bro? That would be the one that I saved up that I don't, in the mountains, I don't believe I even showed it. It was a side quest. And she was like, the beasts were tamed. The machines were tamed up in the village, and it was because of an... Thank you for screaming. It was because of an... Oh god, it's a real cutscene.
It's begun. Hades is transmitting.
Her clothes changed. Honest to God, cutscene. Are these the Pharaoh robots that can feed on the land all they want to, without modification? Yep, they sure as hell are. Yep.
Hades has started the signal. It must have gotten through the defenses. Venora. Baron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
Yeah, what happened? Oh god, yeah, what happened? There were people. That's the first cutscene I think in this game where it didn't actually just use the armor you were wearing.
Keep going.
What?
Keep pushing. I knew this wouldn't be easy. So no holding back.
I didn't know I was holding back in this game yet. I didn't know that was the thing I was doing. You know, I've never really actually looked at the Spire before this. I guess I never really looked up. Up, there's some people.
Aloy! It's Aloy! Well, you can see that. We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right? Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should
Whoa.
stock up. Last chance.
Wow. What if I hadn't done side quests and everything, and like she was a last minute added her to everything. Like she didn't have to be with me right now. So if I hadn't done that, like yeah, okay. Because I didn't have to help Aaron with Ursa, so he wouldn't have to be right here. I didn't have to help find War Chief Sona, so Varl wouldn't be here. I didn't have to do those quests with the lodge. Well, why did I come up this way? So she wouldn't be here. Are they gonna really climb? Is he gonna get his fat ass over here? Come on, come on. Okay, wait. Yeah, don't just look at me. Come on, just win it. Okay, cool. I'll go on ahead.
Arrival of entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of entity has been accounted for.
Okay, but this is an unstoppable one.
Get ready!
Oh, they're with me. Okay, cool. Let's see. Set it on fire. Pew, 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 pew. Plant that shit down, dude. Yeah. You're probably gonna want to plant those legs down in an attempt to not get your ass handed to you. Yeah. I don't have to really run from you anymore. Come on.
Out of the way! Never seen so many machines!
Don't let them overrun us!
Can I give you this thing a critical stab, please? Can I critically? Oh, there are. Okay. I was like, it's just the one. No, I guess they're getting their asses handed to them over there. Excuse me. I'll set it on fire for you. Is that enough? Can you take it from here? Wow, this is through brimstone and fire right now. Whoop.
We are life takers and machine breakers all.
All right. Okay, I totally would like to give a critical strike, but I'm just gonna stack some arrows. And I'm gonna put you back on fire. Because I just gotta pelt you. Alright, you just gotta deal with this. This is your life, dude. Your life is having arrows really quickly put into you because my handling of this bow is really fast. Like, you just... That's a thing you gotta deal with. Oh. I see that's available. Should I break off this? I don't know. I'll just get...
Time enough to get the machines back.
Whee! Whee! Oh, they're screaming. Is that bad? Oh. Alright, time to help out. Hi there.
Prioritize entity.
Machine trying to blindside you. Got it.
And you're gonna die? And... No, don't try to set me on fire, you douche dingle. Did you really hurt her? Oh, I heard her scream, like, in a way that I thought it was, like, dead. Oh, yeah. Let me just break your shell. I really don't want to deal with your bullshit.
We've taken out the corruptor. We still stand, and they do not.
There we go. Oh, there's a thing on his back that you hit right there. Done.
We've got time. Okay. Still got time.
And this is how we do it. Anything really special? Ooh. Ooh. Those damage coils don't often have something special stacked on them. Please let this one have something special stacked on it. Damn. What's already on it? More handling? Yeah, I'd rather have the extra handling on it than move it around. Do I have a better handling one, by the way? 39%. Nope, that's about as good as it gets. Yeah, that handling being so high is how I can pelt it so fast with everything. I don't think I need to worry about anything else right now. Excuse me, I'll get to you in a second. Hey, this guy's floppy sacks are blowing in the wind. It really bothers me for some reason. Oh, there's zip lines. Oh, I could have played this out like much more like strategery like. Was this supposed to be a really hard fight? Oh, okay. Alright, I could have used the gun.
System threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Purge Hades. Ooh, she's in normal clothes again.
Master Override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
Ooh. I want to read it.
Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit.
She got home.
Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
No, don't do that credits thing on me. Okay. So I was already warned to stay through the credits. So I'm gonna go ahead and start talking over them, even though, you know, they're going, whatever. You can read it. I'm not affecting that. So the big thing about this game that right now, like, I can't imagine that every single copy of Apollo was destroyed. I hope in a sequel that that's explored, because, like, it can't all be gone. It just can't all be gone. I mean, it could be. She just purged Hades protocol. So, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm trying to think of the bad first, and the bad would probably be the ending, actually, here so far. They wrapped everything up really neat and tidy, but in doing so, they, I can't necessarily fault them for how neat and tidy everything was wrapped up, but it was like one of those, like, they were so concerned about making sure that every single storyline was kind of ended, which is usually a rare thing to happen, that they kind of, it felt rushed. Not super rushed, but, you know, anticlimactic a tiny bit. Maybe it's the armor that did it a little bit. I don't know. Maybe that was supposed to be a major battle that was supposed to be completely epic. But I'd learned how to deal with them, and I had the skills to deal with them by that point. So just having a Deathbringer and a lot of other things come up at me, and then Helis, and being able to take him down pretty fast. And this is one of the what the hell are these things called? Cauldrons. We're rebuilding everything like Gaia. So I'm assuming we're seeing the rebuilding of Gaia right here, because they said the cauldrons, that's what they were made for. It take time. They were made to be able to build whatever is necessary to make everything work. So if Gaia comes back I wonder if there is any way to restore that data, because that is like all of humanity's data loss. But they looked over it. We know why it happened. They didn't really as much address it, I thought. But maybe that's just me. Other than that, it's really hard to find something that was bad with the game. Like, since I went apeshit bonkers on it, like, having all the skills and everything, it's my own fault if I started getting a little overpowered because, you know, that last mission was supposed to be for, like, level 36 or so, when I probably would not have had as many skills, as many items, weapons, whatever. And if I had stopped at level 36 to do it, definitely not as many side quests or as many chances to take down things like a bunch of thunder jaws to farm armor parts. And then even if I had that like unstoppable armor, I would not have had weapons that were good enough to take things down really fast. So I think that's on me, and I should have played it on harder, because there are 2 difficulty levels harder than that, and I might try them out. But they did a really good job of telling a story from front to back, making it kind of in-depth, weaving it in and out of the lore of this world, of how it ended, enough so that it was not I couldn't just predict it, because it wasn't just about how humans coped with everything. It was also about how they worked around in this world that was created from the ground up, and so it was throwing me off more than once about how, like, I'm usually pretty good at being able to say like how things are going to turn out, and I knew how the end was going to happen. But the biggest thing about the game is that, you know, the mechanics were solid. The story, like, most of the way through, even the little dialogue and everything seemed really, really solid. And I don't know, it just worked really well. So but anyway, there is something else at the end of this, and I'm afraid to just cut through it, because what I've been told by multiple people, by lots and lots of you guys, is that they're, as neat as tidy as I might think they just ended things off with, they do leave open one plot hole or storyline hole or whatnot that isn't answered, but it is more, someone said that's less of a, I think they said the word cock tease, but it's less of, more of like a, you know, a frustrating one, and more of like a let's give this ourselves a place to jump off from if we make a sequel, which is fine. I don't mind when games do that all that much, depending on what it is about the plot that isn't closed down and how likely the sequel is. The sequel for this is really, really, really likely. Horizon Zero Dawn has done really well in sales. It's gotten very good critical reviews, especially from a studio that has been making games that are nothing like this. And although I've seen critiques about storyline, this, that, and the other, my own opinion about it is that unless they're talking specifically about the end, they need to stop. Yeah, it sounded like some of the voice acting might have been quote-unquote phoned in a little bit, though all of it nowadays is it's rare for voice actors to actually need to go down to a studio unless they're the lead and it's a really important scene. The lead's going out, you know, having dialogue between characters like that so much, they don't need to be flown anywhere. Most voice actors have a studio they can visit locally or one in their house, and that's what you call phoning it in, where back in the day they used to literally on the telephone have lines read over and recorded off of that, and phoning it in actually sounded talking about phoning it in was literally like the sound, you could tell that it was done over a landline. It wasn't done in a studio. So but this is it. Some of the dialogue, there was so much though in it. Like, nothing was just a small little, there are a few side quests I did on that I didn't do on camera that they didn't add really much to the main storyline or anything. They were just like a little bit of experience to pick up. And even in some of those, there were bickering between characters and things like that. Like, that just kind of like made the world feel a little bit more tangible and real. And it didn't fall into the trope of every single character says the same thing every single time you talk to them, which was kind of nice. It's been a while since I played a game that was like that. You could spam characters in most games and they'd just say the same thing, and there were certain characters you could have them repeat stuff, but most of the time it was like refreshing to have them say, you know, unique dialogue every single time. So really, especially for a place that kind of, this is their first really foray into this, especially for that, they did really, really well. I mean, they nailed a lot of things that a lot of other studios get wrong. And I think I mentioned it in a live stream, one of the reasons that they might have nailed it the first time is because they had a lot of, they could look at other people's mistakes. So they were able to do a lot more research on what worked and what didn't work from other people's mechanics of making games and whatnot. And they got to tighten up everything because it felt like they were picking and choosing from elements from a lot of other titles. That you know, we're talking about Ubisoft and Naughty Dog pretty much for the most part of titles that they picked up, because I'm talking about like Uncharted, The Last of Us, or Assassin's Creed or whatnot, for how the mechanics of the game kind of worked and what didn't work. And one of the things I kept saying is that the climbing mechanics were so smooth and fluid in this game that it almost at some points put Assassin's Creed to shame a little bit. A game that half of the game is sneaking and climbing. It just felt more intuitive, unless you missed where the ridges were. So I guess to give Assassin's Creed credit, you can pretty much climb and go up wherever you want to, and there's not specified places. There were very specified places in here. It seemed like every rock you could actually grab onto was, someone had decided to spray paint it yellow before you got there. But yeah, for a game that was driven, Hideo Kojima, by the way, if you saw him on there, involved with this, for a game that had a lot of things that could have gone wrong, one of the biggest things that usually would go wrong is the storyline, and it didn't. So special thanks to our amazing cosplayers and fan artists. We love you. That's nice. That's a nice thing to do. Gorilla babies. Yeah, babies are had during the production of the game. How about the gorilla pets? Usually people do pets in the credits. No, more babies. They had a lot of babies. I'm kind of just waiting to the I can't pay attention to my phone now. Okay. But it looks like we're almost at the end. That's like the end of credit stuff. Okay. So we've been looking through a cauldron. Thank you for playing. Yay! We've been looking at the cauldron here. Hopefully remaking Gaia. I'm glad Sobek got home. So the suit of armor I was wearing is another prototype. It wasn't Sobek's. Oh, no. I'm not seeing through this. Please don't skip anything important when I do this.
Hello, old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
What? Silence your dick. All right, well, they did that. That's a thing. I'm okay with that. I can live with that. So wait, though that does leave it with the possibility if he was purged, if Hades was purged and his protocol was purged, and Silence figured out a way to make it come back, to trap it or whatnot. Apollo might still be there. Silence, don't be a dick at the end. Come on. Dicketry. I'm okay though with that. I'm okay with how they ended that off. Yeah, they never showed a metal devil though at work, did they? For all the things that got through and all the things that happened, you just saw pictures of those things, and you never got to see the metal devils themselves. So I think this is the end. I think this is the end. I did not collect all the flowers yet. Or all of the audio. Tell me in the comments if you want to hear all the audio, a video of just all the audio logs back to back, or all the reading of all the documents or whatnot. Let me know what you guys want if you want to see anything more out of this game, because there's not too much more. Congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. Just because you've completed Aloy's main story doesn't mean you finished the game. You are free to continue exploring and complete any unfinished quest and activities. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow, prior to the fight battle for Meridian. You keep all loot and experience from your successful playthrough. Thank you for playing the Horizon team. So, okay. So everything I got from killing Hades and all that jazz. So you could technically... Well, I guess, I wonder if it's going to let you try to play it again. You could technically beat the ending over and over and get the experience and the skill point until you level up that way. So I guess there's another way to go through this. There's the controller. It's right here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, since the palace is right there, I guess that's what you could do. I don't need the skill points anymore, though. But let's see, game completion. So if you guys want to see any of those things, I do not have many more things I have to collect. You see the data points. I've missed 4 of the audio ones. I probably could pick them all up. I probably could go find them and look them up. I missed 1 hologram, which disappoints me because I don't know if I'll get that up. And 4 text data points from the from quests. The world, I have not. The world is a vampire. I have not gotten all the old books and stuff like that. I haven't gotten all the text points from the world. But I will go off and do that if that is something you guys want to see. If you want to hear my voice read these things, or another voice I could cook up from computer generated something, which would be funny in itself. So yeah, I haven't quite collected everything, but I've done enough. Though the machine catalog, this is driving me up a wall. This is driving me up a wall. Scrapper, blank, broadhead. I'll be able to go look it up now since I beat the game, but what the hell? What the hell even? What is this garbage? So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. That is the end of the game. There might be a little bit more stuff that I put up about Horizon Zero Dawn, but that's the main storyline. So I'm gonna sign off for right now. I really hope you enjoyed yourself. I really hope you enjoyed this playthrough. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Let me know what you hope to see in the future. But I'm gonna sign off right now. So you know, this doesn't have to be the end. I've got other things that you can go watch, or you can wait for that next series I decide to do, whatever it may be. So, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back here for the next whatever I do. Really, really soon. Bye!